Be the change that you wish to see in the world. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary, the evil it does is permanent. You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Action expresses priorities. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. Service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant nor the served. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. There is more to life than increasing its speed. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Truth is one, paths are many. The future depends on what we do in the present. Live simply so that others may simply live. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. To the last, I will fight injustice and inequality. The only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. Silence is the most powerful weapon of mass construction. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. I am prepared to die, but there is no cause for which I am prepared to kill. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. To lose patience is to lose the battle. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. What do I think of Western civilization? I think it would be a very good idea. Peace is its own reward. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. We must become the change we want to see in the world. The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. My life is my message. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love has always won. A man who was completely innocent offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act. I believe in equality for everyone, except reporters and photographers. Truth never damages a cause that is just. In matters of conscience, the law of the majority has no place. No one can hurt me without my permission. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. You can never think that you are superior to others. Be humble, not arrogant. A society that has more justice is a society that needs less charity. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. I am not a teacher, but an awakener. The most violent weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. A simple life is good with me. I don't need a whole lot. For me, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, and sneakers are as good as anything else. Those who know how to think need no teachers. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. In the end, it is not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. You don't have to be a man to help someone in need. Help is not gendered. Truth is my God. Nonviolence is the means of realizing Him. Live for truth, and truth will live for you. No man has the right to do what he pleases with his own body. The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. A person who is not afraid to make a mistake is the one who is truly free. Every man's life is a fairy tale written by God's fingers. In prayer, it is better to have a heart without words than words without a heart. It is better to be violent, if there is violence in our hearts, than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. A no-nonsense man is the one who feels that no issue is too small to talk about. I do not want my house to be walled in on all sides and my windows to be stuffed. I want the cultures of all the lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. Anger is the enemy of nonviolence, and pride is a monster that swallows it up. If you want to change the world, start with yourself. You may never know what results come from your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. If you are brave enough to leave behind the familiar, you will be shown the world. What you think you become. You are in control of your destiny. The silence of a person who is doing wrong can only be broken by the truth. Don't judge others. Be a friend to them. Realize that true happiness comes from loving and serving others. The force of love is far greater than the power of hate. True love is not a mere feeling. It is the embodiment of the essence of the divine. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. Truth is the most important thing, even though it may be difficult. The good man is the one who is not willing to fight, but is the first to stand against any kind of injustice. A man of few words is a man of wisdom. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. My faith is the faith of the weak, the oppressed, and the downtrodden. A man is the sum of his actions. Those who do not learn from the mistakes of the past are condemned to repeat them. Time is the most precious commodity. Don't waste it. True faith is not about worshiping a single religion, but respecting all of them. My imperfections are as important as my strengths. The only way to discover the truth is by seeking it. When you are in need, you must trust that help will come to you. The greatest test of a person's soul is how they react when faced with adversity.